Now, a Target 12 Investigators exclusive. We've learned that a medical examiner used by Rhode Island to perform autopsies for years has been suspended and is under investigation in another state. Now, he's the chief medical examiner in Delaware and would fly to Rhode Island when officials here needed an extra set of hands. Target 12 investigator Tim White broke the story on WPRI.com and is here now with the details.
Delaware Chief Medical Examiner Richard Callery was occasionally used by Rhode Island to perform autopsies for more than a decade until 2011. We've learned there are two separate active investigations into Callery in his home state. The Rhode Island Medical Examiner's Office handles hundreds of autopsies a year. For at least 10 years, the state would call on Delaware Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Richard Callery to perform examinations on contract. Since 2007, when records begin, Callery performed 173 examinations on contract for the state. 2 weeks ago, Delaware officials suspended Callery with pay. In a statement from the state's Health and Human Services Secretary, Callery was suspended pending completion of an internal human resources investigation. The probe centers around the state's drug lab, which Callery oversees, according to officials, and court documents obtained by the News Journal in Delaware show Callery is also being investigated for his frequent contract work and if it was done using state resources. No one from the Rhode Island Department of Health would go on camera. They tell us Callery is no longer used by the state, but they still have outside pathologists on standby in case of emergency.
I would say that it's Delaware's problem.
Roger Williams University criminal justice professor Chris Minton says as long as Callery's Rhode Island cases have worked their way through the courts, it shouldn't be an issue. Open cases could be a different story.
Well, certainly if someone is, their credentials or their reputation is impeached by other acts, certainly that pallor is upon them.
We were unable to reach Dr. Callery for comment. So how common is it to outsource autopsies like we did in Rhode Island? Well, officials in both Massachusetts and Connecticut tell me they do not use outside contractors to perform examinations. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.